Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sunless Skies. I can totally hear gunshots in the distance, just saying, so if I suddenly have to run away, we know why. Right, first thing I'm going to do is drop off the boatman. Yes, the thing I completely forgot about. Oh, I can totally write a port report as well, because I forgot that I handed them all in. So, let's drop them off. The headquarters of the Necropolis line are buried somewhere near the nave. The captain fiddles with her cuff links as she accompanies you to the office of Necropolis line. Her crew have scurried away. You don't have to come in, she says, not looking at you, but the manager's not going to be pleased. If you'd put in a good word, she trails off. You have arrived at the unobtrusive black-painted door of the office. The knocker bears a grinning silver skull. Inside the office is a funerary, draped in indigo and accented with fussy silver fixtures. The line manager looks up from his desk and glowers at the captain. Where the bloody hell have you been? Okay, so here's the choices. We could either defend the captain for trying to defend her crew, or we can tell this man that she was a horrible human being who tried to incinerate people. I'm not a nasty person. Let's defend her. The line manager rants and rages till you manage to interject. Your mention of exceptional circumstances gives him pause, and your production of the captain's own log puts a stop to his complaints. He plainly does not believe you, but he seems afraid of anything in writing. He dismisses you both, and not without a significant reward for your trouble and your immediate departure. Outside, the captain deflates with relief. Thank you. I'll remember your kindness. Ooh. I have a cryptic benefactor. I don't know what that is or what it's used for, but I'm sure it'll be useful at some point. Okay. 50 sovereigns. Did I get something for this, or was it just terror? That was kind of crap, but vision of heaven's always good, right? The body of the sun is still cooling, a few embers continue to glow at its core. Yeah, I've read this before. The storm that speaks hasn't changed because it's higher than 0. Getting that terror was probably a terrible idea. As I was logging into the game, apparently we can talk to our crew members now. But this content will come in a future build, maybe not. Maybe we can only talk to some of them. Which is cool. We can talk to the aunt, should we do? What does she want? She wants a tale of terror. She has taken over one of your nicer cabins, where she has ruthlessly redecorated. There is a preponderance of ugly ornaments balanced precariously on tiny tables. Hideous anti-massas adorn every available surface. Your aunt occupies a felt armchair in the centre of the horror, where she spends her time either knitting or solving truly mind-boggling cryptic crosswords. I have never been a fan of crosswords. Converse with your inconvenient aunt. I'm rather busy, she insists. Perhaps if you tell her something ghoulish, she'll pay attention. Is that how it works? Just walk up as you want to talk to somebody and cinnamon wine. Here, I have a terrible story for you. Good lord, are you alright? She immediately bakes you a batch of scones. She doesn't even comment on the order in which you apply the jam and cream. I know what'll cheer you up, she says briskly. I've been invited to a little soiree by Bunty. She pauses. An old school friend. I think she's head of the Deniable Constables now. You'll come with me, won't you? It'll take your mind off things. She considers for a moment. I must warn you, it's a very peculiar evening. Old Emmett's put aside, that sort of thing. It's a Carillion. At Carillion. I was really confused for a second there. Okay, so I can't do that because it's the other side of the damn world. I didn't drop them off in London, so let's finish that off as well. And we can totally do this. Yeah, I don't want to go that way. There's a terror horror thing there. Right. Let's go. I kind of know where I'm going. It'll be fine. This is where I find out I have like a train full of stuff. No, I don't. Good. Might be pushing it on the supplies, not sure. I'm sure it'll be fine. How far we gotta go? Oh dear. It's broken again. Hang on. As soon as I get out into the main world, it tends to fix itself. I think it's up here somewhere. There we go. Yeah, straightforward. Sweet. I have been playing so much Fallen London recently. The website redesign has drawn me back in. It's terrible. I'm trying to learn about the lore and stuff, and playing Fallen London seems like a very good way. There's a lot of reading, but it's definitely interesting. If you like this and you haven't played Fallen London, I thoroughly advise it. It's free to play. Browser-based game, so you don't even need a powerful PC or anything. It's just text and pictures, and with the redesign, it looks really swish. Not that this is sponsored or anything. I figure if you like this and you like the way that things are written, you're probably gonna like Fallen London. There's a lot less just going backwards and forwards between random places. But there's also very little combat things. But you never know. You never know. I really hope I haven't already done this quest at some point. I'd also like to not do an absolute ton of editing in this video because it takes me forever to cut out all of the backwards and forwards. But it does make it a much easier video to watch, so if you have an opinion on that, please let me know. If you'd like me to cut out all of the travel times and things, I can do that. And I'll just cut it in if any random events occur or anything. But then on the other hand, it's not a true representation of what the game is, and that kind of makes me feel a little bit uneasy. I don't want to play a game and make people think that you can just zip around and everything happens really quick. But then on the other hand, it's not very fun watching a man drive backwards and forwards for huge periods of time. So I have no idea where I was going then. This way. I totally didn't bring a drink. Bugger. Nah, I'll be fine. It will be fine. I am so lost right now. My brain is not working. Yes, this way. Getting lost in a game I've played. Apparently I've played 13 hours of this game. I find that hard to believe, but it is probable. I mean, what episode is this? 23? 22, 23? And I played for roughly half an hour. About an hour if I end up cutting the video down. Bells chime. The inconvenient aunt checks her pocket watch. Well, that's completely wrong. Let's see what we can find then. I wonder where it'll be. Can I... Oh, crew here. I only need 2 more crew, but perhaps that'll be fine. Okay, so... Deposit the dead. There we go. Join the weekly war? I have no idea what that is, but I am apparently slowly creeping up with my affiliation. Okay, deposit the dead. Home at last. Your crew will be pleased to have them off the train. God damn it. The behatted chaperone sees her charges off the engine with efficiency and tenderness. Even your navigator has to admit they've not been bad passengers. The dead walk stiffly, as though fighting a second rigor mortis. When the last has disappeared off into the London smog, the behatted chaperone requests a moment on a nearby bench. There is a crunch as he sits. "Thank you, Captain," she murmurs, passing you a full purse. She says nothing more. A nearby gaslight illuminates her skull. It's entirely made of glass. Did I do the right thing there? Have I just unleashed, like, dead killers? Glass skull. Glass skull seems bad, right? But 500 sovereigns, hello. If I gain terror, am I going to instantly lose that terror? That seems a bizarre mechanic. Well... I can't even remember what the hell this was. I need 2 caddies of dried tea. How do I even get that? Crap. Oh well. Oh. Hello. There's a new man picture there. So that's what he looks like. Trade a favour for a ministry stamped permit. How does one... Have they made that cheaper? I already have an invitation to Perdments, so that might actually be where I go next. Just out of pure curiosity. So, let's fix... Oh, hello. What are the prospects? Gemstones for the mausoleum. I don't know where to get these Navaratine gemstones. I do know where to get stained glass. But where the hell is Walbury? Walbury juxta Mare? A long way to the southwest of London. I'm going to pick that up because I tend to find glass, stained glass. Everywhere sells bloody stained glass. Let's buy 4 of each. And we're going to head off to Perdments. Damn it, can I lose that by leaving and coming back? Ow! I also forgot to repair my damn train. Damn it! How did I hit that? I was only pressing go forward. I must have been the slightest little angle. Yes, I did. Good. Which one is the one where you fix the train? This one. Repair your locomotive. Fully repair your hull. Onwards. Right. So. Bonus. There. So somewhere down here there is a place I haven't found. I should have totally looked at the prospects to try and find out where things were. That would have made things a lot easier, wouldn't it? But that would have required intelligence. I like to do things by the seat of my pants. In case you haven't noticed. I mean, no prior knowledge is... it's always makes things more fun, right? I kind of want to get that bit in London that I haven't uncovered just because of... I don't know. It looks nice on the map. That's a very nice train. Is that some sort of Royal Guard train? It is gold. Making a very strange noise. I've totally gone the wrong way around here. Which I shouldn't have, because terror is a thing. I'll be alright. We just go down here. There's another one. I want one of these gold ships. I thought he was charging me then. You, get down. Get away from the throne of ours. Okay, let's hope nothing horrible happens on the way there. Otherwise things could get rather interesting. Rather quickly. I still need to find more bloody crew. I need to go back to the Reach. I really do. But I've got a ministry stamp permit now. I mean, that's good, right? I can use that to travel back. Hello, free stuff. Let's hope this doesn't end up with me getting my ass handed to me. Dried caddy. I need 2 of those. Right, I need 1 more of those. Remember, I'm going to accidentally sell that. I know I am. Ugh. If I accidentally sell that, I'm going to be so mad. But the chances are quite high. Brain of a sieve when it comes to some things. Good memory when it comes to other things. Mostly sieve. It's because I'm trying to think of things to say whilst also playing a game, and it's a terrible combination. It really is. Ah, yeah, get out of the way. Ah! Ow! God damn it. We need to pull over and swap insurance numbers. Damn hooligans. Look at your trains. They don't even look like trains. Bits hanging off. Have some pride. Have a big tank that drives like a tank. Yeah, that was terrible. Terrible. The crew stand at the windows, cooing at Perdurance's luxury. Only the cautious driver is unimpressed. The cautious driver? Isn't this my driver? Oh, the incautious driver. Oh, did it just met? I thought that might have just like picked up a member of my crew, which would have been really cool. Okay, here we are. I swear I just heard in the background the sound of a train station. That sounds much more retarded when I think. I mean, it sounded like a general call out of like a British train station. It's kind of cool. The antechamber. The parlour. Let's write the port report. Visitors are puffed up with importance and embarrassingly eager to tell you how they obtained their invitation. I got mine through some man accidentally handing it to me. Yeah, here we go. I should totally do this. What was the chances again? 24. Let's go! You can't be serious. We won? I'm an MP! I totally just blew up my microphone. Whoops. Gonna regret that in post. The votes are in. An angry lady in a silken gown harumphs at her defeat. Her charismatic gentleman makes a charismatic gentleman. What a name! That is brilliant. Makes all the right sympathetic noises until finding out that he too has been defeated. You wait for your name to be called out. Sure enough, the people choose well. To the smattering of applause from a handful of the public who bothered to show up and vote, you rise from your chair and take your destiny. I accept your role with grace. Congratulate your defeated opponents. Take on your new role with dignity that it demands. Accept your new role without any grace whatsoever. Push past the losers. Bask in the glory that is you. That's not me. That's not how I live my life. So we're going to do it with grace. You've done it. Time to prepare for government. Begin your career at the floating parliament. That's really far away, but awesome. That's something else I can go and experience. Right, so now we're gonna go to the Half-Life Masquerade. Let's go. Through the Emperor's... Yeah. The Emperor's straight on till morning. The portrait of the Emperor swings open and a succession of brightly dressed debutantes, sour-faced chaperones, and prim servants stumbles into the parlour. They barely have a moment to rest their feet and take a sip of tea before a panel of wallpaper slides open, the dark maw of a sharply curving passage just visible in the dawn light. The exasperated butler snatches the invitation from your hands. Remember, your invitation only lasts one day. It is a warning, but sounds a little wistful. He propels you forward to join the court in its procession. You emerge, a little tender, into the morning. Okay, so what the hell is this? The morning room is a grander version of the parlour, presided over the Orient Duchess in her pink and purple silks. Dowagers of varying stateliness and aplomb take tea and converse in low tones. Other debutantes reply to correspondence, writing notes in elegant script and affixing them with sealing wax. Meanwhile, chaperones give orders to the servants and see to Perdurance's household accounts. The light is a flushed, yellowy, autumnly ripe. Charm the servants, charm the chaperones, or charm the debutantes. What have I got a better chance of doing? 48, 48, 34. So So we can challenge servants, which rushing here and there. They're a blur of efficiency and sobriety amidst Perdant's opulence. So that'll give us favour with the servants if we win. Chaperones, they cluster around the debutantes, watching over them with habitually pinched expressions. That'll give us servants and debutantes. Charm the debutantes, a gleaming group of young men, woman and others, each more elegantly dressed than the one before. Since these have 48, I'm just going to go with the one in the middle because it seems like the best idea. Undeserved ire. The chaperone suddenly, loudly insists you are standing improperly close. Apparently several feet and 7 of 8 layers of crinoline and wool between you and them is insufficient. You take 2 additional steps away, which renders conversation impossible. Possibly for the best. Guess I failed. Move onwards. Everyone arrays themselves in a procession according to their station. The Dowager Duchess in the front, debutantes just behind, then chaperones and visitors, and the servants bringing up the rear. There is much jostling for position within each group, according to rules that you cannot begin to fathom. You enter the narrow and twisting passage, stumbling in the enveloping darkness as the debutantes giggle and shout. With each step, the shriek of hours being spun backwards resonates through your body, leaving you shaking and worn. You emerge blinking into the dazzle of afternoon. Here the curtains are pulled back with tasseled ropes, allowing the clockwork sun to spill its stark gold into the dining room. The long table is set with rows of gleaming china dinner plates, patterned with delicate florals. Silver cutlery polished to a high shine gleams atop a pristine tablecloth. Servants pour endless glasses of watered wine, or carry in the next in a stream of elaborate dishes. Damn it. I'm just going to go straight for the servants. Screw it. It works, but all too well. 3 servants collide in their haste, pouring wine into your glass, onto the table, and mostly into your lap. Damn it! Move on. The Dowager Duchess seeks a small nod, gives a small nod, and the entire company rises as one. Twisting and turning. A passage opens behind the china cabinet, and the procession forms once more. You take a breath and step into the close, stifling darkness, trying not to fall behind as the passage contorts and coils. With each step and shriek of hours being spun backwards resonates through your body, leaving you shaking and worn. You spot a figured masquerade in a featureless black, their face covered by a smooth oval of polished obsidian. Who are they? Is it an enormous relief to spill out into the evening at the great ballroom? Everyone finds their place without a murmur, and courtly life is resumed, almost as though the terrors you have just experienced never existed. How bizarre. Hanging from the grand ballroom ceiling is a vast ormolu gasolier? I have absolutely no idea what that is. I assume some sort of chandelier. Its spidery arms decked with cut crystal drops. It casts soft yellow brightness onto the masqueraded dancers below. As they whirl across their polished parquet floor, music blends with the hum of genteel conversation and stiff swish of starched crinolines. The half-light masquerade is in full swing. Masque. I still don't know how to say that. There is barely enough room to stand, much less move. Okay. God damn it. Go! You start a conversation with one servant, then another. They listen attentively, but distantly. You abandon your attempt at small talk to their evident relief. Damn it! I have achieved absolutely bugger all here. Move onwards. The music stops. Somewhere below, a mechanical rumble can be heard as the hour loom begins spinning. Perdurance's one perfect perpetual day all over again. Okay. Strange. One of the blacked out ballroom windows opens to reveal the passage back to the parlour at dusk, or perhaps dawn. The keening of hours as they are spun backwards makes your leg weak and your heart pound. You feel unaccountably wearied. You spot a figure of masqueraded in featureless black, their face covered by a smooth oval of polished obsidian. Who are they? You enter the parlour through the portrait of the Empress and limp away, sore-footed from dancing and stumbling through the dark. Behind you, the members of the Court of Perdance chatter and make tea, and make ready to begin their day anew. For tonight, and every night thereafter, is the half-light masque. Okay. The end of the day. The procession emerges from the dark passageway into a dusky or perhaps dawnly light of the parlour. Somewhere below, Perdance's hour looms labour to reweave its perfect day. Soon the sleepless debutante will begin its morning anew, but first someone approaches. Oh, spending a day at Perdance reduces your terror, and depending who you pleased and how much, they grant other rewards. I pleased no one, everybody by none, if that makes sense. A debutante veers away at the very last moment. Terribly sorry, thought you were somebody else. It appears you made little impression during your time here. The inhabitants of Perdance are already hard at work, pre-correlating the feuds and affairs that will dominate their new day. You make a quiet exit. Well, wasn't that lovely? Well, you know what? That seems like a perfect place to end. But in the next episode, I think I'm going to have a look at the floating Parliament. We're going to see if we can do anything at Parliament. And then we're going to find some of the places I still haven't found. So, please feel free to join me next time. Like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Any comment is welcome. Anything at all. And as always, I'll see you next time.